Hello again. In our previous video we see how to create a load balancer, and in this video I will create auto-scaling. To create auto-scaling in EC2 instance, it's required to launch a template. I will go to my EC2 instance and create launch template, call it app launch template, and enable auto scaling guidance. Here in this section I will use currently in use AMI, and it will select it because I've only used these images at this time. Here is the and key pair, select your key pair, and in security group I will choose app security group. And in advanced setting, at first it's required to choose YAML role and user data. Here for user data, and okay, we have the launch template, and it's time to create the auto scaling. For creating auto scaling, I will go to auto scaling group and create a auto scaling. I will call it app auto scaling group, and for launch template I will use created launch template. In choose instance launch, I will select the VPC and desired availability zone. The public and public 2. Here it's required to choose the load balancer. I will choose the created load balancer, and for health check I will turn on elastic load balancer, health check, and it's time to configure desired group. Here we should specify what is the minimum capacity and maximum capacity. Desired capacity 2, minimum capacity 2, and it will create at least minimum EC2 instance. And here for target group, if our CPU usage in our instance become more than 60%, becomes more than 60% for 300 seconds, it will launch a new instance. Here I can use a notification. For example, I can choose EC2 autoscaling and add my email address, but I won't use it for this scenario. Next, review the configuration, create autoscaling. You can see here my autoscaling group is creating. If I look at the target group, here my autoscaling group created and my employee app is running. If you use this application and use the stress test, you can see my autoscaling group after completed initializing, it will launch the instance in autoscaling group. Here, if you choose the autoscaling and instance management, you can see it created two EC2 instance, and if I refresh, it is initializing, and in my EC2 instance panel, you can see it is it created EC2 instance and it's initializing. If you put a stress test on this server, you can see it created two other instances, but to delete these instances, it's required at first delete the autoscaling group, and after that delete the EC2 instance. Let's go and delete the instances together. Here you can see after completing the test, I will delete all of them because it is a laboratory.